life. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having so good day, so feel good, so feel amazing. Might get shit on. Let's hope not. I did not have my proximity chat on. Bad. Hello, my friend. How you doing?
What's up?
I was saying, how you doing? Run! I think this place is already rated all the way through. It doesn't. This would be a Port
Let's go to
Authority.
the Port
soon.
Authority building.
That's stupid. I don't know, man. Honestly, I really don't. I do need shredder gyros. Got it. So I need shredder gyros and pink gyros and 4 light bulbs, maybe 3. I'm just getting the expedition started up again. I already got all the other projects done, so what more is there to do? H. Yeah. Where was I even talking about now? Entrance. Oh yeah, the expedition. That's right. I mean, I already did it last month, and just to be able to do it again so quickly, because the project's already done. Like, I don't need to do it. And I'm waiting practically on either new projects or for the avian one to be finished. So that way there's a new one. Hopefully there is. Hopefully. Just hope. I mean, I could do missions, get T-cards that way, whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's really just a matter of time until like, we run out of things to do. How you doing, buddy? Do you mind if I loot with you? You friendly? By chance? Ooh, one of my targets. And the Papa. Yeah, usually I don't like to engage in combat with like people. And that's like it's very much a defense thing. I'd like to show you guys something funny about these things. Enjoy knocking these things over, like taking all their little thrusters out. Because when you do, you like lean over to the side and eventually just explode on their own. Did I get more or did I get two? So do they give you like one for one? I don't know. Wouldn't make sense, I reckon. More batteries. Sounds like you're having a rough time out there. Do you need help? Yeah? Alright, coming. There you go, bud. Ah, fuck that one. Oh. As soon as I saw that motherfucker, I was like, Howdy. I need snitch damage. Practically got all my workbenches back up anyway. By practically, I mean my legs. I did. They're all finished. Either way, though, I don't know. Oh, for a second, I thought I did. Oh, it sense. I mean, for what you find here, I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. But the lacking of imagination, you have to go a little bit further. Shit. What I mean by that is just like, it's a little bit too sparse, and I get that's how the map is. That's how it's. You can't change it, but I wish the loot variety was a bit larger. Like the chance of you finding them. Nothing sees me. It's not happening. I'm staying here and This is my life now. This is my life. I am petrified. I am terrified. I don't know what to do. But pee my pants.
An ARC orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
This is really not what I wanted to do. Fuck me. Can you just fuck off already? You're not a fucking Terminator, dude. You're a Firefly. Like, I have never been more fucking infuriated with how much shit wanted to kill me.
An extraction shooter to make your game third person.
Today's video is here's how to find the Extended Barrel 2 blueprint in Arc Raiders.
Where do you download it? So right now, we are currently playing the free Server Slam. You have to go to Epic Games, and then you have to go to the Arc Raiders page. In there, there is a Arc Raiders Server Slam buyable product for $0. Buy that, check out, and then you can download it for free. Where do you download it? So right now, we are currently playing the free Server Slam. You have to go to Epic Games,
Someone in my chat just said, I'm a cheater and I'm still cheating even after the update. Are any of these cheaters going to be getting smoked by this thing, or is it like they're just testing that game?
Well, it popped up when I loaded into a game.
So anti-cheat gets you back? Not a chance. Anti-cheat would get I back, though. Someone in my chat just said, I'm a cheater and I'm still cheating even after the update. Are any of these cheaters going to be getting smoked by this thing, or is it like they're just testing that game?
Well, it popped up when I loaded into a game.
So anti-cheat gets you back? Not a chance. Anti-cheat...
I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have some bad news for Ark Raiders fans, because if you thought a Leap was hard to take down, or, God forbid, a Queen, behold. What the hell is that? Is that King? I have...
It's kind of interesting because I had a very similar path with this game as I did with another game that I'm kind of infatuated with called Dune Awakening, where I heard of this game and I was like, oh, cool, another PvP extraction shooter, just had Marathon, like, great. But then I played it and I was like, oh, like, I am now fundamentally convinced that Ark Raiders is the next PvP game. This is not only going to be successful, but I think that it could surpass Tarkov. It's kind of interesting because I had a very similar path with this game as I did with another game that I'm kind of infatuated with called Dune Awakening, where I heard of this game and I was like, oh, cool, another PvP extraction shooter, just had Marathon, like, great. But then I played it and I was like, oh, like, I am now fundamentally...
Wi-Fi reception.
What? Oh my god, someone's right up in here. Oh, Jesus God.
Oh my god! You're fucking trash. Oh my god, someone's right up in here. Oh, Jesus God! Oh my god! You're fucking trash.
Another fuck.
I'm gonna get this.
Keep your eyes peeled up there. There are plenty of dangers hiding in the dark, and ARK is being extra vigilant.
I like how no one really likes to watch streamers like me. Because what we do is the boring part. It is really the boring part. Having fun about having to restock, regather, all that. Did they change from the look of some things? It's like they did. Classified records were Port Authority building. So, we are hitting the mega the jackpot of all trades here. And put that in the save pocket, because if we die, we die. And if we don't, we lose. If we don't, we go to Port Authority.
Port Authority building.
We win. We win hard. We win good. Not only that, I'll be able to get another gyro, and it's a bid. You guys may say, "Oh, but Brad, how make bid? How do? We do. We just do. I don't need that." Friends might need it. I don't. If they want it done so badly, they should be grinding as well as I am. It's not my fault. They want to slack. They want to boo-hoo about it. No boo-hoo. No boo-hoo. No boo-hoo-hoo. No boo-hoo. Looks like it's going to come to the left. Oh god, it doesn't. Okay, stamina. Oh, someone jamming out up here, eh? Oh, shit. Dun, dun, dun. How you guys doing? Good portion of it. Hopefully I left a light bulb or something. Duct tape, but yeah. Surprised no one ever really likes the breaching ones. Dude, chips. Here, Brody. Oh, there he is. Still spring. But yeah. What happened?
It's a great to cheer up if you want to cheer.
Grenade tube, out here, by me.
Oh, grenade. Oh. I thought he said like grenade, heavy grenade, Mark II or something. Main thing to me is like, why is there a Port Authority building? Damn it. No, let's do some missions. How about that? Let's switch it up. Let's see here. Spaceport. Communications tower, okay. That one's the easiest one if I remember right. It's 3 wires. This is Blue Gate. That's Blue Gate. If we go to Spaceport, we can do this one pretty quick. So let's go ahead and do that.
A few days ago, I was farming heifers on the Great Plains of Spaceport. Such beautiful creatures. Not for some ridiculous financial reason, just for the love of the game. I noticed a crowd. Why are there so many people here? Though they were doing it all wrong, I was able to find out why. Because for the first time in this game's history, Arcraiders is giving us an opportunity to buy something that's so hard to find. Think I can see it from up here? Its ridiculous price tag might just be worth it. Well, looks like I need $1 million in 24 hours. So for the next 86,400 seconds, my only focus was acquiring Jeff Bezos' levels of wealth, which turns out to be much easier than unless, I got super lucky. There were actually 2 answers to why everyone was congregating at this exact point in the spaceport. This was the hidden bunker edition, so this is people show up and for someone else to do the work of the bunker so they can get the loot. Thanks for your help, my friend. I interested in volcano blueprint as I already found one in Hurricane Stash. I was there because for 7 straight days I had tried and failed to find the rarest blueprint in the game. In past seasons, for the first few days immediately following a progression wipe, the developers typically buff blueprint spawns by accident. And if you're subscribed, you already know that's where I found mine. Not this time, and all the loot had been taken. That was just, I don't have a need for it. And I still didn't know why. I got fireballs to death. I was really complaining. Oh, should not thank you. It was just confusing. So I finally asked, what are we all farming these things for?
I'm doing it for the, the new expedition.
Oh, yeah.
Extra stash bases.
Then it all clicked. I mentioned in the last video they added a new trader, which is true, but I was so busy trying and failing to find the Rascal blueprint, I didn't realize what they actually did with this new trader. Along with letting you keep a selected blueprint forever, and yes, I have one lined up, there's an option to buy a certain blueprint, where I can just buy it. Yeah, but there's some catches. The first is, you can't just liquidate your ever-growing collection of fabric and rubber to fund your purchase, because that would be too easy. No, only cores and weapons can be used. That would have been a problem for most people, but, and this feels weird to say out loud into a microphone, since I failed at finding the Tempest blueprint, I already had a leg up. I just lit almost every single key in my stash on fire in hopes of finding the Tempest blueprint, which obviously, I failed to do. Because at this point, I was convinced it didn't exist. If you do have any leads on where it spawns, please let us know in the comments, or maybe just keep watching. But all that failure had led to a collection of random weaponry that, if it was actually real, would almost certainly cause the ATF to raid my house. The second catch was worse, though. This nomadic trader resets his inventory every week, and the week was, well, it was almost done. And I didn't know if I'd ever get this opportunity again. So like a lemming, I went looking for the most valuable, trade-worthy loot I could find, hoping to have it all to myself. No one fights it on this map, right? And instead found a lot of people who had the same very wrong idea. I guess it makes sense why people thought this was the move, because if you're trying to reach Speranza's income tax bracket, you know where the money is. And nothing says status like a backpack full of matriarch and queen cores. And at first I didn't really see an issue with this approach. What's up? Sure, you're putting yourself directly into harm's way, because if you don't, some guy with a free kit will just come along and take everything you and that other guy with the equalizer worked hard for, because life isn't fair and there's no justice, because if you shoot the little free kit Freddy, you're gonna get sent to PvP hell for taking the law into your own hands. But besides that, yeah, I guess it's not that hard. Hours had ticked by, and I'd followed the 2 female archives of state around the Rust Belt, planning deadlines, burning credits at a completely unsustainable rate, and was not really much to show for it when I found myself on Spaceport and completely snapped. I kind of regret this, but I lied. No, I don't. My bank account was barely growing faster than inflation. I only had 20 hours left and had gotten less than an ideal spawn, only to arrive at the battlefield to watch someone who had no intention of contributing waltz up to take the hard work of someone else. That made me utterly and I let them know so. I haven't even fired a shot yet, brother. What? Sleep. But as the raid went up, to die out for this raider. I saw a flare go off, and a few seconds later, they were laying on the ground in agony when my anvil accidentally discharged and gave them a quick, little... I don't know about that. Of course, the raid went off without a hitch, although I did get the sense that the Queen was displeased with me. It was as being for a level emitting... this play. With the next fill, I knew something had to change. There is. I would love to tell you this all came from a place of logic and reason, but in the interest of transparency, it did not. That should kill it, right? What? At this point, I had no real plan. I was just going around, shooting big with my big guns and hoping for an opinion. I need some inspiration or something. Actually, what I needed was math. With the exception of the Pythagorean theorem and some crude amount of calculus, my brain hasn't needed to do complex equations in quite some time. At the risk of breaking the fourth wall, look at me. I'm talking to a camera, alone in my office, to people on the internet, about how to make $1 million in what was now 15 hours, all while occasionally asking them to subscribe in incredibly subtle ways. Is this even mathematically beneficial to be doing? Oh, hey there. Yeah, I know the math checks out. Matriarch or Queen Core both retail for $11,000. Bastion, Leaper, Bombardier, and Rocketeer cells all sell for $3K each, and stack in your inventory. So up front you'd think, nah, Sally, that's actually $2,000 less. You would be right, except we have another variable, which is R for rat. The R variable means that for every Queen Core you could be getting in a given raid, they take 2, thus limiting your total profit. But in normal raids, there is no R variable, and you can engorge yourself on Bombardier cells uninterrupted. If you don't believe this equation, ask this guy. He doesn't talk about. If I had unlimited time, this would have been the option. So if you're starting this fresh at the beginning of a week, this is the strategy I'd recommend. Is that a turbine? You're more than welcome to wait for a playlist rotation of Hidden Bunker or Locked Gate because those specific raids offer a 40-minute time limit. Yes, that is a turbine. But just know that every raider with a functioning prefrontal cortex is going to be thinking the same thing, so competition will be rough. There's almost a 0% chance I kill it. Where I found the most success is either night raids or electromagnetic storm, somehow less than 0 now. Yeah, because in most of those raids, players are using their keys or to the high value. We'll try it. Those are conveniently located inside the loot's mask. Outdoors, all by your lonesome. Yeah, that's gonna take me down. Sure, I ventured inside and so for a miracle Tempest Blue Pulp. Because if I'm being honest, sometimes you just gotta accept it. I didn't love the idea of spending $1 million on a blueprint, but if you bring a Hull Cracker or a grenade cocktail of your choice, this shouldn't really take you all that long. But somehow, some way, I found an even easier method. That small part you saw in my stash earlier, yeah, it had been broken. And it finally occurred to me that while the yellow stuff in our inventories gets all of our attention, and rightfully so, I'd put almost any amount of money that the most expensive items in our inventory are guns. They let you pack up to $35,000 of value into one inventory slot, and even more if you throw in some ridiculous attachments. Basically, they are the offshore Cayman Island bank accounts of our raiders, and I had a whole lot of bank accounts. Honestly, I'm not sure what took me so long to realize this. What are we doing? Playing chess or checkers? Once I did, things got so much easier. Instead of competing with everyone else for a Rocketeer carcass, I was competing with no one for what is quietly the most valuable resource in the game, steel springs. You can either find them just laying out, right for the picking, or through a few different items you can recycle. So if you're looking to bribe your way to a Tempest blueprint like me, or just trying to turn your cat into a lethal killing machine, here are some things that you should never pass up. Rusted tools, cooling coil, spring cushion, ruined accordions, and weirdly enough, if you salvage it during a raid, a turbo. Steel springs cannot be purchased from a trader. You can't craft them, and once you combine them with mechanical components, it turns it into an AP course, and voila! You have the most important resource in the game, advanced mechanical components. I use them to upgrade and repair all of my low guns, turning them into the crown jewels of my stash. And finally, 18 hours later, I had enough to buy a blueprint. But something was stopping me. I have to try one more time. I'm not really sure what possessed me to do this, but as a rule of thumb, before I make any purchase that has 2 guns, it's always a good idea to make sure you've exhausted every option first. Once I had a few hours to spare, the best case scenario is that I find the Tempest blueprint and be able to use my new wealth to buy the other 2 key items this nomad has to offer: increased stash space, and most importantly, that carries over in this expedition, which I believe resets weekly. But as always, the comment section will tell me if I'm wrong. Not just about that, but rates in these things. Basically anything I've said in this video, because you guys are all the best, and I love you. The odds of all this happening, don't joke. Let's go. I mean, like, almost 0. Okay, I'm just gonna search one last spot. I'm going to regret giving away one of my favorite loot spots on Riven Tides, but unfortunately I have to. There's a breach room down below the customs house that almost everyone forgets about. I imagine that will be going forward if this video goes well, but it's amazing.
Control here. Got your request. Those rotors are still active, so I'll try shutting them down. Just don't get too close. Give it another moment. One sec. Okay, all good. Covers are open and
Alright, guys. This is the 30.
When he raise up these items, when he raise up that nub and the ground start twerking, nigga, make peace with your God now. And if throwing bullshit at you don't work, he got this cooler move called more bullshit. Swords, knives, forks, spoons, pockets, pans, fridges, seats, watches, chains. I seen red hair in one arm, so I called him Lil Shanks. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's like a Magneto listen to punk rock. Yeah, now you know that. He won't even alright. Lost to a nigga named Eustace. Sorry. He was throwing punches. He was throwing infrastructure. And he turned into the Iron Giant power bomb that he just can't fight. It's like his whole game plan was fucking, I know it's some metal somewhere. There was an oven flying at Mach speed right at my face. And the only thing I could think was, well, nigga, really did this shit before 50. If he said the word punk, don't even let him finish that. You should have already been going. And worst of all, the nigga just ruined everyone. Okay, that's it. When he raised up that nub and the ground. These items don't have blueprints. Here's where to find them. The Anvil Splitter and Kinetic Converter are the rarest items in the game. They can both be found in the Buried City,
ideally during an event. For the kinetic converter, it's best to go to Plaza Rosa or Plaza Arbusto. These are the drop points. It drops there even during daytime raids. For the Anvil Splitter, go either to the locked room near the Raider Hatch near the Old City, located on the top floor of the building, or run to Grandios's apartments. Looking for rare items? Buy them from Saber Dodge. Oh! Huh? You think I will be? You think I will be the one? I tried to give you a limit. I can't help you if you don't. I can't.
Go to that location. Firefly, up there.
Baby, you got what I need. You say she's just a friend. Make sure they turn the sides for it. Alright, come on. Bastard. Why are you running? Why are you running? Am I out of your boundary? I guess I was. was just confused the area I was. Like, how do I get over there? I'm supposed to go further than what I was programmed. I thought that was all the way back there. Why are you all the way over here? You were out? Wherever that person is, it's not my problem.
Holy sh! So really fucking blow up chunks. Holy sh! So really fucking blow up chunks. Holy sh! So really fucking blow up chunks.
Excuse me? Yes, I'm Gentry. Name is Swag. Help. Help. Tell the task force where the fuck you're at. I do. Just too much best.
Unless you're here to stare at great work, Raider, you know?
I know the flooded solar panels are in the southwest of Buried City, nearby. Our food production is.
Yo, boys, I just bought my first bunker. Yes, sir. But what location you bought it at? It's in Paleto Bay. Why y'all looking at each other? Bro, you know you bought the one all the way at the top of the map, right? Wait, are you serious? Okay, but I can get like a refund or something, right? Your sell missions are about to be crazy. I'm gonna spend all my heist money on this. Done. Hey, yo, boys, I just bought my first bunker. Yes, sir. But what location you bought it at? It's in Paleto Bay. Why y'all looking at each other? Bro, you know you bought the one all the way at the top of the map, right? Wait, are you serious? Okay, but I can get like a refund or something, right? Your sell missions are about to be crazy. I'm gonna spend all my heist money on this. Done. Hey, yo, boys, I just bought my first bunker. Yes, sir. But what location you bought it at? It's in Paleto Bay. Why y'all looking at each other? Bro, you know you bought the one all the way at the top of the map, right? Wait, are you serious? Okay, but I can get like a refund or something, right? Your sell missions are about to be crazy. I'm gonna spend all my heist money on this. Done. Hey, yo, boys, I just bought my first bunker. Yes, sir. But what location you bought it at? It's in Paleto Bay. Why y'all looking at each other? Bro, you know you bought the one all the way at the top of the map, right? Wait, are you serious? Okay, but I can get like a refund or something, right? Your sell missions are about to be crazy. I'm gonna spend all my heist money on this. Done. Hey, yo, boys, I just bought my first bunker. Yes, sir. But what location you bought it at? It's in Paleto Bay. Why y'all looking at each other? Bro, you know you bought the one all the way at the top of the map, right? Wait, are you serious? Okay, but I can get like a refund or something, right? Your sell missions are about to be crazy. I'm gonna spend all my heist money on this.